Hello everybody, this is Mr. Rob and welcome back to another episode of the South Carolina Gamecocks Dynasty here on EA Sports College Football 25, and today we have a big one. The 4-1 South Carolina Gamecocks head down to the Swamp to face the 16th ranked Florida Gators, who come into this game at 3-1, 1-0 in the SEC, the first big SEC challenge for the Gamecocks. They've passed the first two games against Kentucky and Mississippi State with flying colors, but this week we get a ranked team down in the Swamp. If you're excited for this one, make sure you drop a like and you subscribe down below, especially if you want more Dynasty Mode content, as we'll see the Gamecock offense take the field first, who sputtered a little bit in the Kentucky game last week, obviously still able to pick up the victory. We'll see how they play against a very talented Florida Gators team. Is on first down, a quick pass that's dropped by DeBron Gatling. Second and 10, now setting up a screen for Wade Mann, the young star halfback who's really coming to his own in this offense, gets a first down. You can see Reno's numbers last week, 130 yards and 1 touchdown. First and 10, now a swing pass to Mann that's quickly swallowed up by Alex Pacheco, the redshirt sophomore corner with the TFL. Now second and 12, handoff Mann, he's going to be bottled up quickly, a lot of Gators there. And now a big third down, this place is rocking. Setting up a screen, and Reno is picked off. The big man with the interception, L.J. McCray, the former 5-star from Daytona Beach, Florida, gets his hands up, and he picks off Reno. The third interception of the season for Reno, and he got a big man, sets the Gators up nicely at the 27. They're led on offense by senior quarterback DJ Lagway on first down once at all, but that one's incomplete. Second and 10 in the pistol again. Lagway again throwing downfield, but this one's swatted down by Nick Spitzer. And quickly it's a third and 10 for the Gators. Lagway to throw again. Has some pressure. Rolls to his left. There's a man there. He slides down, and Florida will have to kick a field goal on their first drive. A 40-yard from left hash. This is Ben Pughes. A perfect 2 for 2 on the season. As the kick is up, and it is good. And the Gators strike first off the INT. They lead 3-0. So South Carolina will get the ball back. As you can see, this place is absolutely roaring. Is on first and 10. Reno wants the deep ball for Gatling, and it's incomplete. Good defense by Jamal Chubb. Gamecocks trying to get Gatling involved early in this game, but have been unsuccessful. Is now a second and 10. Mann gets the carry, and he picks up 9. Makes it now 3rd and 1 as John Hajrullahu checks in, but he's going backwards. That's Derek Moffitt, the former 5-star from Montgomery, Alabama, who we actually recruited in year 1 of this series with the TFL. The Gamecocks will punt it back to Florida, who gets 2 on their first play. Now 2nd and 8, handoff. This is KD Daniels, who's wrapped up. South Carolina's run defense has improved greatly this past year, as it's shown so far. 3rd and 3, Lagway checks it down short. That's backwards. It's going to be a loss of 2. And the Gamecock defense has stepped up again. Now, unfortunately, it's 3rd and 2 for the offense, and they will go 3 and out as Mann gets stuffed. As we go back to Florida. At midfield, 1st and 10. Daniels right side has nowhere to go. Loss of 1. As both defenses really settling in. Now a 3rd and 11 after an incomplete pass. Lagway to throw again. As a man in his face just checks it down. He's going to be stopped well shy of the marker. That'll make it 4th and 7 as the punt team is on. And again, the Gamecock defense gets off the field. This is Jamie Mangold, the sophomore, with the punt. He'll punt it to Bennett, who will field this one at about his 9-yard line. As he breaks a tackle, cuts it right side, and Bennett gets free. Only one man to beat, and Mazio Bennett is going to go the distance. Second punt return touchdown of the season. He is gone, and the Gamecocks take the lead on special teams again. South Carolina, Mazio Bennett has been a special teams warrior for this team. And it's now 7-3 Gamecocks. Gator offense back on the field. 2nd and 10. They want to screen, but Bryce Reeves, the captain of the defense, is there. Reads it perfectly. Loss of 5. And that was 3rd and 15. Good pressure. Picked up. Lagway tries to escape. Throws this one downfield, and it's dropped. Almost picked off by Danny Kaufman. As that'll bring us to the end of the first quarter. South Carolina up 7-3 thanks to the punt return from Mazio Bennett. And for the 3rd straight week, the defense played strong thus far. The fans here in Florida still very much in this one. 0 passing yards in the first quarter for the Gators really stands out. But you can see the average yards per play for both teams. Both defenses have really been on their strong suit. 2nd and 8, Gamecocks start off the quarter with the football, and this play is going backwards again. That time L.J. McCray in a run defense. 3rd and 9. They try a draw to man. It actually works out. The Gators fooled. They've been a little bit more antsy to go to that call on 3rd and long. Not afraid to go with a draw. And it works there. 1st and 10. Man stays in the game. Tries to bounce it right side, but he's brought down. That's Jaden Robinson shooting the gap. He has a TFL. Now 2nd and 12. Reno drops back to throw. Takes it down short for Hajrulahu, and he's going backwards for a loss of 3. So now 3rd and 15 for South Carolina. Reno hit as he throws off the helmet of an individual. Incomplete, and the offense still scoreless so far. 2nd and 7 now here for Florida. Lagway looks short, and this one's dropped at a man open. But he can't bring it in. Lagway 4 for 11. Not a single passing yard today. 3rd and 7. Pressure coming. Lagway stays in the pocket, throws it short. This one will be marked shy of the marker. There's a holding call, but I imagine the Gamecocks are going to decline it. So Lagway does get his first passing yards of the day, but it's still going to be a punt to the Gamecocks. So now playing with the lead, 9:45 to go in the half. Come out the pistol. Reno changes some things. Play clock at 1. He bootlegs out to the left, dumps it off for Caldwell. Nice catch, and he's got a blocker, and Elijah Caldwell is inside the 25. Best offensive play of the day for South Carolina. 1st and 10 now. Handoff, and Hajrulahu stuffed. Derek Moffitt again wrecking havoc. 3rd TFL against, well, the team that tried to recruit him. 3rd and 5. Reno under pressure quickly, and he's going to take a big sack here. That's a loss of 15. And now the Gamecocks have to try a 51-yarder. They were in field goal range. Not necessarily anymore. The senior Mace Love is on from right hash. The kick is up, and it will boink into the net. I thought that was a miss for a second. So South Carolina does get the 3. They don't make it easy on themselves, so now it's 10-3. As the next play going backwards again is the Gators. Desmond Umeozulu around the edge. Now quickly 3rd and 3. Lagway pump fakes to his left. Wants the downfield shot, and this one's caught. A good grab by Scott Mann in front of the safety, Danny Kaufman, with the strong hands. Best play of the day for Florida. Gets them out to the 29. As they'll go bubble screen on the next play, and this one will be a gain of 7. So Florida now at the 22. Lagway 9 for 16 now. As he takes the snap, looking to throw again. Going towards the end zone in double coverage, but this one's swatted down by Sonny Gallen. 3rd and 3 now. Throw right side, incomplete. Florida will kick the 3. And that'll take us to the 2-minute warning, where it's 10-6 now. South Carolina with a football. 2nd and 8. Reno drops back to throw across the middle, and this one's dropped. Jason Paquette drops another contested grab. Now 3rd and 8. Heavy pressure from Florida. It's picked up. Reno looks downfield, and he's got a man. It's Tyshawn Russell to the 24. Big time play there from South Carolina. Great job of the offensive line to pick up that blitz. And now South Carolina are going to drain some clock. They're inside the Florida territory, but this play goes backwards. A big loss of 11 as LJ McCray has wreaked havoc on this game. 2nd and 21. South Carolina continues to bleed clock. Now inside 40, and again Reno goes down. Derek Moffitt gets home for a sack this time. The junior from Montgomery, Alabama, sets it 3rd and 29. South Carolina really letting the clock run down. There's only 5 seconds, but a good grab by Paquette gets him at least back in field goal range to try a 43-yarder from right hash. With 4 seconds to go, Love's kick is up, and he pulls this one. No good. And South Carolina comes up empty to end the first half as we'll go into the break 10-6. And what's been a very defensive ball game. Only 16 points scored as the Gamecocks have up on the Gators, though. Florida will start off the second half with the football. But you can see South Carolina only 2 rushing yards in the first half. And you take away that punt return, they would be losing. So we'll start their own 18 of the Gators as Lagway goes first 10-10 play fake. Checks it down short. That was caught by the tight end Tony Livingston for a gain of 6. Lagway up to 66 yards now on the day. 2nd and 4, stack left side. This one's caught, and a bad route springs the man down the left sideline. Will anybody catch the Gators? No, they will not. 76 yards. A huge play coming out of the break. Danny Kaufman take a horrible route to the receiver. Now Florida leads 13-10. Crowd back in this one as well, as here's a bubble screen to Caldwell, who shakes a tackle. He'll pick up 13 before being driven out at the 36. Reno 12 for 17 for 144 yards thus far and an interception. 1st and 10. Reno rolls to his left, tries to dump it, and it's incomplete, thrown behind Ryder. Go to man on 2nd and 10. His first carry of the second half. He picks up 4. Only 6 yards of rushing so far for South Carolina. 3rd and 6 now. Reno throws across the middle, and he's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Aaron Gates, and I think Reno knew it. As soon as he let that football go, he knew he was going to make a mistake. Second INT of the day for Reno, and the Gators again in strong field position with a chance to really take a sizable lead here. 1st and 10, KD Daniels, who's not had a good game, gets stuffed. That's Derek Vincent Douglas, the former Alabama transfer. Now 3rd and 5 for Florida in the pistol. Lagway. Pressure picked up, rolls to his right, going to tuck in himself. Haven't seen this a lot today, but he can move. He picks up a first down with his legs. Only 3 rushing attempts so far. Now in the red zone at the 20. Bunch to the left in the pistol. The handoff, no play fake. Lagway rolls to his right, dumps it off to the sticks, and it's going to be caught at the pylon. Nice grab by Scott Mann, and again, Florida, they are threatening. 1st and goal, diving into the end zone is KD Daniels, and that's a Gators touchdown, extending their lead further. Now 20-10 is your score. South Carolina has been absolutely stonewalled so far in the second half. As on 1st and 10, Reno wants the deep ball. Gatling's got a step, but he overthrows him. Could have been the immediate answer there. 2nd and 10 now instead from the 47. As they hand it off to Mann, and again, he's not going to get much. McCray drags him down after a gain of 4. Now 3rd and 6, trying to set up a screen. It doesn't work out. It's a punt for South Carolina. Again, the Gators dominating the second half. Is 2nd and 4, though. KD Daniels goes down. The former Ohio Bobcat, Nick Spitzer, with the TFL. Big 3rd and 4. Lagway looks short. This one's incomplete, so it'll be punted right back to the Gamecocks, who desperately need points here. 1st and 10. They try the swing pass. It doesn't work out. Only gain of 2. Gates there again. Man, 4 catches, 16 yards today. 2nd and 8. Pressure off the edge, and it's not picked up, and that's incomplete, luckily. And now it's 3rd and 8. Gamecocks try another draw, but this time they're ready for it. Spun down and stopped. Another punt. Back to the Gators here. And you can only give Florida so many chances before they start to take advantage. That's why they're the 16th ranked team in the country. There's a big run for KD Daniels. 73 rushing yards now on the day for him. He stays in 1st and 10. Left side. He gets about 2 before brought down by a couple of Gamecocks. 2nd and 8 swing. It's looking left side. This one incomplete. Dangerous pass there by Lagway. Reeves was all over it. Now a big 3rd down. Trying to set up a screen. Daniels has it, and he will drag defenders for a first down. A great play by KD Daniels to keep the drive alive. That's why he's an impact halfback. Now 1st and 10. Air mailed left side looking for Livingston. 2nd and 10 now. Play fake. Rolls to his left. Lagway dumps it off. He's got a man. This one's a nice catch and run. 89's had a good day today. Gets out to the 7. Goal to go now here for Florida. 4 seconds left to go in the 3rd quarter as they will get one more snap off. It's KD Daniels left side, and he will fall into the end zone for a touchdown. Florida completes a 21-point 3rd quarter to take a 27-10 lead going into the final frame. The Gamecocks have had no answer here in the 3rd quarter. I don't even think they came out after the halftime. So they have the football, though, to begin the 4th as they have it at their own 24. Reno to throw. Steps up, and there's a spy there, and he gets maybe a yard before being brought down. Now 3rd and 4. Heavy pressure from Florida, trying it out for Gatling, but he can't get a foot down. South Carolina, though, will go for it. 4th and 4. You kind of got to this point, down by 17, but you're at your own 30. Reno to throw. Looks right side, and this one is dropped. Ryder had it, but he can't complete the catch. Turnover on downs. The Gators get good field position. Now at the 17. KD Daniels with a nice spin move. Maybe picks up a yard. 2nd and 9. Spread offense. Giving it to Daniels again. He runs, maybe picks up 2. And Florida just drains some clock here. They motion Daniels out on 3rd down. As Lagway, man right in his face. He's going to be brought down for a big sack. Nice sack there by Vic Burley, the Appalachian State transfer. Florida, though, will kick 3. It's now 30-10 as South Carolina will at least start to drive on the next set. But on 2nd and 7, Reno is going down. Angel Cabino, the redshirt freshman, 4-star from Palm Beach Gardens, Florida, with a sack. Penalty will be declined. It was a holding on Cam Pringle. Now it's 3rd and 15. Pressure again from Florida. And again, it's intercepted by L.J. McCray. What defensive lineman knows to pass players off in coverage? If you watch that play back, he passes the first guy off and then picks off the pass. Third INT of the day for Reno, second of this for LJ McCray. And Florida again with it, but on 2nd and 6, a big pop laid on Daniels. Ball is free, and the Gamecocks get it right back. So that will help a little bit. Now at the 45, 6 minutes to go in this game. Reno across the middle has a man wide open. It's Vernon Ryder, and that's a 45-yard strike right down the seam. And the Gamecocks offense finally has more points than the defense off the touchdown. It's 30-17. 5 minutes to go in this game. Lagway off play fake. Wants the deep ball. There's a man behind, and Kaufman loses him. It has not been a good day for Danny Kaufman. He's made a couple of big mistakes today. Now Florida has it 3rd and goal from the 1. In the pistol, they give it to Daniels, and he will not get there. Stuffed. And Florida, they're going to keep the offense on the field. Going for the dagger here. 4th and goal. Offset pistol. Man across the formation is tossed to him. He's stuffed. But man jukes everybody and finds the end zone. What the heck was that? That was like the slowest spin move, and it breaks the ankles of like 3 Gamecocks. And Florida will now take a 38-17 lead. As on 4th and 6, Reno's pass is incomplete. Another drop pass by the Gamecocks, and well, that'll do it for this one. Florida wins it 38-17 in a game that really had 2 separate games in it. If you watch the first half, this one was a competitive battle. The Gamecocks were in it. The defense was playing great. If you watch the second half, you would have thought Florida was playing like South Carolina State. They didn't even show up. 38-17 your score. This is kind of reminiscent of some of those games we saw last year. Reno threw 3 picks. 2 of them to LJ McCray. I mean, that is probably the best coverage I've seen from a defensive lineman ever in a game. And the third one, that's just your typical, you can't throw it across the middle with the safety right there. And the offense just continues to struggle. Again, just not playing good. And Florida capitalizes. Here are your top stories around the league. Florida State upsets Pittsburgh. And then we'll see the Crimson Tide fall to Texas A&M. The Aggies are the big upset over the Crimson Tide. Indiana upsets Penn State. There's been a lot of upsets this year. But Michigan dominates Oregon to stay at number 1. Here are your scores around the league. Starting off on Wednesday, Middle Tennessee State picks up at Sam Houston. On Thursday, in Action, Toledo with a touchdown victory over Akron. Getting to Saturday, San Diego State knocks off UNLV. North Texas beats Rice in the AAC. Baylor drops one at home to UCF. Purdue bounces back with a victory over Maryland. BYU now up to number 9 with a victory over Texas Tech. And the runner-ups 1 and 5. Tennessee, your defending champs, get a victory over Ole Miss. Clemson dominates Stanford. Not a good year for the Cardinal. In the Red River rivalry, Texas, 17-point victory over Oklahoma. Arizona State knocks off Iowa State. And a close one, New Mexico State gets a victory. Then Louisville over Virginia Tech. In the game of the week, we saw 32-8. Michigan firmly the number 1 team in the country. Kansas State ekes out a close one against Arizona. And then we see a Marshall 13-6 victory. Kennesaw State bounces back with a win, still looking for their first bowl game in school history. Wisconsin over Colorado State. Colorado now ranked at 5-0 with a victory over Kansas. Army beats USF. Georgia Tech up to 6 with a dominant performance against Syracuse. Liberty also undefeated. They're not ranked, though. NC State with a victory over Wake Forest. 0-7 are the Demon Deacons. Virginia knocks off North Carolina. Indiana, we saw, beat Penn State. Oregon State puts up 55 on the road against Kent State. Vanderbilt gets a victory over Mississippi State. Now a good look for the Bulldogs. The Commodores get their first conference win. Oklahoma State 30-20 over Cincinnati. We saw Texas A&M upset Alabama, handing them their first loss. New Mexico falls to TCU 21-10. Georgia now up to number 3. 35-3, mind of national championship favorites, looking really strong. Charlotte gets a nice victory. UCLA gets a victory over Illinois. And Appalachian State barely loses at home to Texas State. Utah takes care of Troy. We saw Florida State beat Pittsburgh in the stories. Cal puts up 49 against SMU in the ACC. Rutgers with a nice road victory against the Spartans. And then Buffalo over Eastern Michigan. Southern Miss knocks off ODU. Central Michigan, and remember, this is the final season for Northern Illinois in the MAC. They lose 47-13. Fresno State loses to UTEP. FIU over Utah State. And then we see UAB bounce back with the victory over Memphis. The Blazers back up to number 10. Miami, the victory over Duke. Ohio State barely knocks off Northwestern. And we saw us lose to Florida. Temple doubles up Eastern Carolina on the road. Then Kentucky beats LSU. Not a good year for the Tigers. And then finally, USC beats Minnesota. Here's your players of the week. Despite being 0-7, Trayvon West of the Demon Deacons had it. I think LJ McCray should have got it. He had way better numbers. Iverson Hook of the UAB Blazers gets it. And then Derek Moffitt gets an SEC, so McCray doesn't even get it. Instead, it's his teammate. And Sakobe Washington White of Georgia is your offensive. Here are your teams in their rankings. Obviously, Alabama and Oregon were the 3 and 4 loss, as well as Pittsburgh. I think Oregon falling to 13 maybe be a little bit too devastating. I know they have 2 losses, but they just lost to the best team in the country. Pittsburgh's down to 21, and Colorado and Coach Prime joins the rankings at number 24. Here is your scores for next week's games. The big ones, USC and Notre Dame renew their rivalry. Alabama looks to get back in the win column against Ole Miss. Georgia has a big SEC clash against Oklahoma, and UAB trying to again make the playoff. They got to go to Charlotte in the AAC. Next week, we have our bye, so we'll finally get to take a little break from the team. We'll take our first look at recruiting next episode. We got some big prospects on the board in a game you don't want to miss, or an episode you don't want to miss. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed, if you did, make sure you drop a like and subscribe down below, especially if you want more Dynasty Mode content. This is Mr. Rob, and I'll see you in the next one.